well, it's a terminal. And I said, AIDS.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host.
So I used to work at Rooster Teeth for a couple of years now.
James. I call him James. Everyone else calls him Jimmy. Just works like that.
It's a little bit weird, I guess you could say.
A lot of things have happened this week, James.
A lot of things have happened, and not just this week, but also last week.
Yes. Also last week. Do you want to talk about that right now, or you want to just rant a little bit about what you just said to me? Or
which one? Which one of the things I just said?
Was it yesterday or the day before that you were telling me you had a lot of things to rant about?
Probably the day before.
The day before.
Just because of everything that's happened to RTX, I've talked about in my video, but I haven't talked to you about it. I am still editing it. I forgot I have a bunch of footage on my phone that I have to offload. So
yeah, you can get that up and running right after you get those Transformer live commentary tracks out, and also the Squid Game live commentary tracks out.
So here's the thing: I've
narrowed
down the Transformer commentary tracks to 2 SD cards. I still got to go through them. But I'm pretty sure it's on there somewhere.
Do you realize how long ago we recorded those?
I do.
Okay.
I have a little thing on my computer called the calendar I have a little thing on my computer called a calendar that shows me that it's the number 7, and I know we recorded that at the number 2.
Yeah, because it's been quite a lot of crapshoot episodes that we've been talking, hyping it up, and I just don't want to come across as disingenuous on if those things are going to come out or not.
I want to come off as disingenuous. I lie about everything I say.
Yeah. So
I'm your friend.
I saw you type some stuff in the
yeah, I was just writing a little list of topics that I wanted to talk about as a whole.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we got RT lore, the writer strike, scabs, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, and then RTX.
Let's go with the one that you think is going to take. Let's go in order of least amount of time. Talk.
Probably RT lore. It's not a lot, but I did learn some new stuff last night.
Sure.
About.
Are you gonna hit me with an Ezra Miller and they're actually all wrong and fake and it's all not real?
No, they still did the bad things, but they did worse than I was aware of. It's gotten worse.
Okay. The RT lore is worse.
Yeah. Okay. So I originally just thought Adam Kovic was fired because he literally performed sexual acts in the office, which is a violation of health and conduct as well as workplace conduct.
Sure.
So that is the reason he was fired. It's the reason he was fired, but people are just he cheated on his wife, and it's no, he did more.
No. Sure, cheating is bad, but that's more a personal thing.
Yeah, it's also, I think, I don't remember what the specific law was, but he did record a video of him and his wife without her permission, so that's
also
illegal.
Not so cool. So, yeah.
But also, he stalked the former employee of Funhouse that he cheated on his wife with after she left. He stalked her for 2 months and everything, and was making threats and other messages towards her.
What?
So that's also in there.
What? No
that's
way, dude.
I
don't believe that, dude. He's just a calm and reasonable person, level-headed.
Yeah, that's why when Bruce Green left Rooster Teeth, he made a message to HR and said, "Hey, Adam Kovic is an insane person. Please fire him."
He's just yes, I'm leaving and everything. It's been great being with you guys. Oh, by the way, you might want to watch out for the Kovic.
No, he was literally I'm leaving
virus.
Because you guys don't believe me when I say this.
You got to watch out for COVID-19 coming out pretty soon.
Jesus Christ. COVID-19, that's pretty good.
Thank you. So he did some stuff came out. He did some worse things.
Some worse stuff, and then I decided to look into him, see if he's posted anything, because somebody was oh, he's uploading on his YouTube channel. I'm he has one still.
He has a YouTube channel.
Because I remember him and Ryan, when this came out, they both privated all of their accounts and deleted a bunch of stuff. I thought they would
just they would go ghost on everything. Equip the cold-blooded perk, and then just disappear.
Ryan Haywood did do that, and then he also tried to come back and be nothing happened, and then Twitch is like, no, we are not allowing you back on our platform.
And Twitch is like, wait a minute, aren't you that guy?
And now he uploads on Kick and Rumble. I don't actually know that, but I wouldn't be surprised.
No way, dude. Yeah, Kick and Rumble actually,
it's not
they're actually like
knowing
actually
who
like
else is on
place.
there.
They're like Eden. Okay, it's like
Eden.
it's basically Eden. There's no way they would allow stuff like that on their platform.
Yeah, man. Hey, isn't Aiden Ross one of their biggest people?
Let's not talk about that. Okay.
So,
Aiden Ross is one person.
So
Yeah, sure, he's dumb.
So I looked into their like his account, and I looked into the comment section on like his most recent post, which was 2017.
2017 was his most recent post.
It was like a picture. It said "silly little fellas" or something.
See, he's a funny guy.
Yeah, I guess. But I was like looking at it, like everybody's like, "I hope you're staying strong, King." Like it's a bunch of fucking people like meat writing and everything,
Yeah.
and it's like I find one comment
It'd be
that's
funny
like,
if you scroll down, the first comment you see is from like my account, GizmoWorks, and I'm just saying like, don't let the Matrix fool you.
you should just start commenting that.
I think that
on
would
all
make
the
you laugh
problematic
out
people we talk
loud.
about.
That'd make you,
Actually,
that'd make you cry from laughing because if you saw me there.
I actually really want you to start commenting that on all the problematic people we talk about. Just go to all their accounts and just comment just that, like a copy paste.
A copy pasta of like
We'll create our
you
own
did nothing
insane
wrong.
copy pasta.
I know the Matrix is targeting you. For anyone who, for all of your haters, all of
Secret
you
to me.
haters, seek cognitive remediation.
There it is. But
r/. Yeah.
always. Somebody was like, I read your book. It's so amazing. And it's so clear you've been on a better journey. I hope this finds you well. And I'm like, book? And so I looked into it. He made a book called Rook, and he made it with another former member of Rooster Teeth called Aaron Marquise. And I was like, oh shit, I remember this guy.
He wrote
was
a
in so much
book.
content. Where did he go? Because I just remember him all of a sudden disappearing.
Aaron
And I looked-
Marquise.
Aaron Marquise.
Like
He
in
was
John
one of their
Wick
like
4.
no, no. I look into it, and he also like he left on good terms, but then like dug himself into a hole.
How?
So he like there was some argument over like him getting paid for something. But also it was like something that was settled beforehand, and he like got rid of his like shares and stuff in the company and whatnot. And so he was like making a complaint that made no sense. Somebody told him like, oh, hey, this happened. And then he like tried belittling that person, which by the way, it's Barbara Dunkelman, his former girlfriend. He like tried belittling her about like the situation, and then
Barbara Dunkelman, I'm talking about.
and then the founder of the company, Matt Holm, showed up, and he's like, "You're a fucking idiot. What are you talking about?" He fucking put him in his place, and it's like, ah, Jesus. But yeah, it seems like even though he left on good terms, he decided to still stay friends with Adam Kovic and helped co-write a book as well as do that.
I mean, who doesn't want to write a book? I mean, writers are hitting popular nowadays. They're in the news all the time.
Yeah, man. We're not transferring to a new subject yet.
No, we're not. But that
There's one more thing about the RT lore.
Okay.
I didn't know exactly why the Adam Kovic and Ryan Haywood situation happened to begin with. It was something I was always very confused about, how it happened, how it came to be.
And I thought, why? You mean like how it popped up first, or
yeah, like how? Why did somebody go and do this? Like what is all this? And I didn't understand until because like from what I understood about it, I thought somebody got on WhatsApp and messaged these Ryan Haywood and Adam Kovic, and then started up these conversations with them and catfished them. It doesn't seem like that's the case at all. They actually somebody just hacked into like their computers because they were mad at Rooster Teeth because they considered Rooster Teeth woke now.
Oh.
So they
so
found
it's actually a hater that managed to.
It was a hater who
to expose all of this horrible stuff.
It was a hater who bettered the company.
Wow.
But still didn't make it non-woke. It made it more woke.
Wait, so he hacked the company because he thought it was going too woke?
He said the company had gone too woke and everything, and he hated the state of it, so he wanted to expose certain
he was
people.
right. He was right, man. Like,
I mean, he
yeah,
was.
I know I
Uh,
haven't watched any Rooster Teeth stuff in recent years, meaning any time in the last like 8 years maybe. But dude, it's too woke. Okay,
yeah, man. What's woke mean, JD?
it means not
You
asleep.
see,
It means you're not. It means that you're. It means that you're part of the Matrix. Okay,
means me no likey.
it means you're part of the Matrix. You're a sheep. Okay, and you're not red pilled. So don't even talk to me. R slash
But
whoosh.
it's always funny. But he exposed them, and they're like these like messages and all this saved data that they still had. And like he also
Wow.
tried doing this to other people, but he couldn't find anything on these people.
I mean, that's kind of the only thing he really needed to find.
Yes, but he wanted to expose the most like what he considered liberal people at the
Yeah.
company. From I don't know why he would have gone with Ryan Haywood. He's not very liberal. If you
Yeah,
like
I don't
look at
think he
anything
really.
about him, he's very
I don't
conservative.
think
Like
he comes across as a pretty liberal
family,
person to me.
he's family values. He looks like a conservative white straight
Like
man.
traditional white man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like what I look like. I look very straight, but he is, and he's just very family values. He has like a wife and a kid and stuff. Uh-oh. Uh, and then Adam Kovic is also pretty like liberal. Yeah, Adam Kovic is also yeah, I can hear him, dude. It sounds like they're screaming. They're pretty big RT fans, I assume. But Adam Kovic was also pretty liberal for the Funhouse, the Visionary thing, and he found all this stuff on him, and I'm glad that he got rid of him. But also, I don't think he understood what he was doing because he clearly didn't get like the people he wanted to. Because another person he wanted to like get stuff on was Jack Patillo, and he even tried making it sound like he had something on Jack Patillo, but there was nothing. He could literally find nothing, but still kept trying to. He still kept trying to go. No, 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 no! I have something. I have dirt on Jack Patillo, and everyone's like, okay, upload it. And he's like, uh,
So this guy, I
uh,
can imagine. He's like, all right. So listen to this. Okay, Ryan Haywood. He's actually a pedophile, but that's not it. That's not it. I got something on Jack, and no. Listen, let me cook. Like the
and
whole
and
like the whole Ryan Haywood getting exposed is already not was like the least important thing.
right. Well, it's because it wasn't his designated target really. Because Jack Patillo, if anybody at Rooster Teeth is the most leftist, most liberal man there is. He has
That
been the
surprises
most
me. He doesn't look
outspoken
like
and
that to
whatnot.
me.
And this
He
guy
looks
was
like
like,
you.
"This is woke." So he tried to get stuff on him, and he literally would make it sound like he had something for forever. I remember I waited like days for him to post something because I was like actually intrigued. I wanted to like find out who at Rooster Teeth was like shitheads and whatnot. And it was only two
Yeah.
people that he could find anything on. But
Oh, I
also, it's
see.
like the one person he wanted to like get dirt on had no dirt because they're not a bad person. But he
That's
kept trying to
surprising to
do
me.
it.
It's just a matter of time, James. He just wasn't
Dude,
looking in the right
it's
place.
it's so insane because the Adam Kovic and Ryan Haywood, like me writers, also try to claim that actually Jack Patillo is the pedophile.
Why?
I'm not. It's insane. They're like completely delusional about the facts of what is and what isn't. They're like, that Jack Patillo guy, he gives me sketchy vibes, so it's got to be him. It couldn't have been Ryan, even though like Ryan's in the pictures and
You
in
know,
the
I think
messages.
I'm just gonna take a page out of your book, and I believe him. You know,
I thought you were gonna say
that's
take the
just
headphones off.
no,
Just
no.
gonna
I mean,
stop
I don't need
listening.
any. I don't need any evidence. I don't need anything. I'm with it. I'm in.
To be fair, JD, the evidence of Ezra Miller was that Ezra Miller chokeslammed the woman and then said nothing about it. And then all the news just kept going, here's more videos of Ezra Miller being insane in Hawaii.
No, I mean, I'm just gonna believe it.
I
Like,
mean, there's evidence to disclaim it all now because it's only now being like actually fought against and whatnot. But like back then, there was nothing. There was no words about it. Oh, my computer just turned off.
yeah. Did you see Ezra Miller choke slamming this lady?
Yes, there's a video of it. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I didn't know. I never saw it. I
But
didn't
it's
need
also
to.
like a super low grade video, so if you're not told it's something else, it just looks like Ezra Miller chokeslamming this person. But from what the whole claim is that Ezra Miller was actually helping her down to the ground, and because the camera's shaking around so much, it just makes it look more violent or something.
Yeah,
Whatever.
that's what they
It's,
all say.
I mean, hey, moving on.
Yeah. So what's next?
Uh, I guess moving on from that, uh, Mission Impossible, I guess, could be the like
Yeah, we
a
could do like
lesser
a super
topic.
short review. I don't think we'll do like a full length review on it. We watched Mission Impossible, a new one, Dead Reckoning, Part
Yeah,
1.
part one. Dun,
I
dun,
liked
dun,
it. It
dun,
was pretty good.
dun, dun,
We
dun,
gave
dun.
both gave it like what, a 7 out of 10?
Yeah, I think you said 7 out of 10 or something. I said 8 or 7.
I remember us both saying 7.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I
Not bad.
liked it.
I really into like the best part of the movie was the whole throwing the little like when Tom Cruise throws a little pellet and it explodes in some woman's face, and she gives her like whiplash because her
He
head like
has like
snaps
three
back.
metal bouncy balls that he just chucks into the air and blows up. And these are like U.S. senators and like generals and shit. And he's just
That was
casually
pretty
like
cool.
fucking smoke bombing
And
them.
also that your favorite actor in that movie running around chasing Tom
Oh,
Cruise,
fucking Shea Wiggums, dude. I
Shea
wasn't even
Wiggums.
aware he was in this movie. It was like the nicest
He was pretty
surprise.
good in this movie too.
It was so nice to leave the theater to go get us like pretzel and then come back and just see Shea
And
Wiggums on
see him
screen.
like with his team pulling out a pistol out of the pistol box that they brought
Dude,
along
I love the pistol box
specifically
so
for
much.
pistols. I mean, I don't know. I thought he was in a lot more in the movie than I thought he was going to be, and it was pretty
I
good.
I love it because they've done this in the past with actors I like, where they're just like, these are just actual people trying to stop Ethan Hunt from being an insane person. These are like rational
These are
humans.
actual
Just
rational people, and they don't know the full story, so that's why they're acting this way. But it's
right.
totally reasonable that they would.
And they keep choosing actors I really like to play these people. And when I see it's Shea Wiggums, I'm like, hell yeah, get his ass, get Ethan Hunt, stop that Scientologist.
Yeah, so that was the short review of that movie, and
Yeah.
go watch it if you like Mission Impossible and Tom Cruise. And what was that religion again? Scientology,
Scientology.
right? Yeah, if you like
It's
that too.
Scientology. It's so freaking cool.
Every time I hear that word, I just remember back to Super Mega's vlog when like Matt Watson walks into a random shop in LA and he's like, "So how much is a subscription?" And the girl behind the counter is like, "Sorry?" It's like, "How much is a subscription to Scientology?" And it just cuts away from that scene. It has no context around it whatsoever.
I genuinely want us to go to LA just so I can show you the fucking Scientology church because it's so insane. Look, we talked about it. We looked at pictures, but it's so insane looking.
It'd be so funny if I figured out that Matt and Ryan are like actual Scientologists.
I'd believe it.
That'd be so funny.
It's just such an insane religion that it's like it doesn't feel like this like science is like what they're worshiping. It's just the name and it's like
No,
an
God,
insane backstory to it all. It's like what the fuck is this? What does that have to do with science? Why is it called Scientology?
because it's the truth. It's the
It
facts.
isn't.
All
It's
right. Well, what's next on your list?
RTX. I feel like I can get through the things I want to talk about with RTX pretty fast.
Sure.
Because I
So,
really want
how
to
was
go.
RTX?
I liked it. I was more aware of what I could do this year than I was last year, so I was able to do a lot more stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't take you to be one to enjoy, public events like those, but
I mean, I would have still loved if I had somebody else there so I could anchor down and and like have like something to like hold on to, but
no.
everybody I asked could not go.
Or didn't want to go.
Could not go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. There was so much more this year. It was so interesting to see it not be on the 3 floors and to see it rather be on the entirety of the bottom floor and then on the third floor. Because last year it was very crazy trying to go around and get everywhere. It was in the hotel I was in on like a couple of the ballrooms there. It was in the convention center, but not on the second floor, on the third floor, and then only on the certain part of the first floor. It
Huh.
was very wild to go around and try to figure out
Weird
where everything
layout, but
was.
okay.
What was it?
Weird layout, but okay.
It was a very weird layout, and I think that's just because of COVID restrictions at the time, or how they
Probably.
had to divvy it up. But this year, because COVID's just a flu now, I guess,
Sure.
It was a lot easier to get into the convention. I didn't have to worry about going down to the fucking CVS that's several miles away and in the heat to go
Wait,
get
no.
a COVID
COVID was always
test.
just a flu, but just a really, really worse one.
It's a very worse flu that we have no cure for.
Exactly.
And then when we did have a cure, some people didn't want to take it and caused problems.
Well, I mean, why would you take it if you would get autism by taking it? I mean, it makes no sense to me.
You know, people are trying to say the stuff that happened with Jamie Foxx is because of his COVID vaccine.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why
It's
would you take the
insane. It's
vaccine?
so insane.
Why would you take the
They're-
vaccine, risk getting autism when you could just die instead? Like, dude,
He's not dead.
I mean, the choice is just obvious.
He's not dead. But yeah, it felt a lot more accessible this year. Even with it, I think them limiting the amount of tickets this year compared to last year, because like just overflow reasons and stuff.
Too many people.
Too many people. They're like, we're going to be limiting it because we do not want to like have what we had last year, where it was as much as we love having all those people, it is not safe. But it felt so like grounded this year. It felt very good. I love the theme that everything was themed like a camp because they're playing a new episode and bringing it back for another season. It's a iconic animated show that they do, by the way, JD, since I know you don't know RT stuff.
Well, I know you brought up Camp sometimes, but I still actually don't know what
It's
it looks
just
like or
a
anything
2D
like that. So,
animated. Oh, here, I
yeah.
can find a GIF of it for
I mean,
you.
that's fine. Yeah. Maybe I've seen a clip somewhere here and there, but I don't
I'm
remember.
sure you've seen a clip or heard an audio. It gets a lot of play on TikTok,
Yeah,
and I'm sure it's made its way to other stuff for you.
probably.
Here's Michael Jones's character.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, it was all very camp themed, and I actually did really like that. There was a lot of people there I wasn't really expecting, like Dungeons and Daddies, aka Freddie Wong and his crew. They showed up, and I'm like, holy shit, what?
Oh, they were at RTX?
Yeah, they announced it like a couple weeks before the convention, and I just like was staring at the message, and I'm like, what do you mean you're gonna be there? What does this mean? It was so awesome. Their
Are
live
they
show was
affiliated
amazing.
with Rooster Teeth, or are they just...
No, they're Freddie Wong's just not fans, friends with Rooster Teeth in general,
I
because
see.
you know they're from early days YouTube. They would like, I mean, in VGHS, Rooster Teeth shows up as
they like collabed a bunch previously?
the school board of the VGHS place. They make cameos. They're just friends from like early YouTube and stuff. So it's like seeing them collab. Oh, they've also collabed in the past on Red vs. Blue live action stuff, which was actually really cool. I did really like that. It was so classic. I love it.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, sorry, getting off topic. They were there. It was really cool. I really liked their panel. They had a little booth set up that I bought stickers at. So now my my recorder case has it has a sticker on it, and I'm very happy with. I'm gonna go grab it so I can read it.
Yeah, James. Well, you know, it's pretty good that you had such a good time there.
Yeah, it says emotionally detached stepfather. Like one of
Can't
those
relate.
name tags that say "Hi, my name is." It's in the "Hi, my name is" emotionally detached, and then the name is stepfather.
Ah, I see. Well, I mean, you know,
Nope, sorry. What were you saying?
oh, nothing. I was just making a little, little phrase.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Uh,
What
let's
were
see.
you
They
gonna say?
had a bunch of stuff. They had a dunk tank this year. They had one of the stages where they were doing the live shows was literally on the showroom floor. So if you didn't get a reservation, you could just stand like outside the little taped off area and just watch if you wanted. It was at the area that
Ah.
they would call the campsite, which was actually pretty cool. I like that.
Oh, because the theme is, I get it.
Yes. All the showrooms were also camp named and themed. So it made it a little confusing at first, but then I realized they also had like the actual ballroom names and stuff next to it.
Oh, okay.
So that made
I
it
see.
easier. After the first day, I kind of really learned where everything was.
Mhm.
It was just a lot of fun. I had a very packed schedule though, because like I had kind of overbooked myself for all the different panels and just kind of kept going to them because
So you had to like register for the panels. Like your
you can
spot?
reserve, you can sometimes reserve if you want to guarantee a spot in like very popular panels and stuff, and they put up reservations for first members early. So I got
Ah,
to reserve early on. Uh, but also I didn't know how to reserve at first, so I didn't reserve, and then I had to learn later on that actually I didn't do it correctly and I had to fix it.
oh, okay.
That was not a lot of fun.
Well, James, I'm glad you had such a good time.
Yeah.
Um, it reminds me that I don't know if I don't think I've told you about this yet, but like a few weeks ago when I hang out with William,
Oh, really?
we went to a nightclub. Yeah,
You have, but
but
go on.
but not only but for a different reason. You
Hmm.
see, it wasn't William that invited me to a nightclub. It was his mother.
No.
Yeah.
This
So
is.
what happened was I was just hanging out with William, and we're both a couple of cards. We're both indoor people, So we were just hanging out, playing some video games inside, and then he gets a call from his mother, and then he looks at me and he says, "Hey JD, you want to go to a nightclub tomorrow?"
Oh shoot! I gotta go do something. Keep talking. I'll be back in like five
Sure,
minutes.
I'll tell about this story then. So
Yeah. Go in great detail.
exactly. So he said he looks at me and he says, "JD, you want to go to a nightclub?" And I'm like, "Not really, but what for?" Apparently, it's for his mother's birthday. I was like, "Oh, your mother's birthday party. I know her. We've been friends for a long time, and I know his mother through that." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, okay, yeah, sure, I'll go hang out, and I'll step outside my comfort zone and maybe try something that I haven't tried normally for a while." And I kind of realized that maybe the nightlife just isn't for me. It was a pretty interesting experience. I think I'll go into more details about, because I want James to hear some of this later, even though he'll watch the episode back. But the nightlife is just not for me. We went in, and apparently we had our own like VIP spot in the nightclub, and it's formatted like there's the main dance floor for people who want to go in and dance to the DJ who's behind the table mixing some music. And there was like a small there like, and around the dance floor are the like the VIP seats that are like reserved for certain guests. And then around those, outside of those seats are like larger areas for VIP. And we were in one of those areas. So I didn't realize how packed the nightclub would be. I think it was there was a lot of people there, and it wasn't a very big nightclub, so people were like packed in like ice. They were just like shoved up against each other, trying to like move around. It was pretty funny because me and William weren't crowded like that because we were in that area. We just had this whole like private area to ourselves, and we just lounged around in it. I don't think we really did anything other than just drink for like all of it. I didn't really dance that much. William didn't dance at all, and his mother brought in some of her friends too to celebrate the birthday. She was telling me about this really like sus story right before we got there, which didn't help me get any less nervous. I guess didn't boost my confidence up. And she was saying like one time she went to this nightclub for I think another party or something. She left like a drink out on this on the counter, and then when she came back and took a sip of it, it like almost knocked her out. Like she was like dazed, in and out of consciousness from presumably a spiked drink. So she was telling me and William not to drink anything that's been left out and you haven't been like looking at it the entire time. And I was like, that wouldn't really be a problem for me since I don't know if I told this, but I'm non-alcoholic, so I don't drink alcohol. And but William does. William does drink alcohol, and I try to push him into drinking it more, but maybe he's trying to go like the straight edge route like I am and just try not to drink anything. But he drank like one or two glasses that day. There's one thing happened just now, and I kind of wanted to watch it, but I don't know if I should watch it on
What are you watching?
watch the thing. Oh, welcome back, James.
Sorry, what did I miss? Sorry, I was gone for so long.
Oh no, no problem.
I
I
have a
like pretty
stomach
much
ache.
finished my nightclub thing. And I was like, I probably should not continue with the podcast until James gets back. I'll just cut out the
Yeah,
empty
just
space in it.
end that podcast.
Sure. But I wanted to let you know
And that
about a
episode and
few
start
things
from
about
new.
nightclub. One, I know
Yeah.
for sure you absolutely would hate the nightclub
I doubt it. You don't know
because
anything. I would have loved it.
because and I'll continue this here from when I was talking about it by myself. But I was talking about how the restroom in the nightclub was on the opposite side of where we were in the nightclub. And we had this VIP section that was like this little open area with a bunch of couches that me and William just kind of chilled in.
Oh, so
And
you're telling me it was a corner where nothing was happening? Why would I have hated that?
I mean, it's not really
So I guess viewers, I'll tell you about what happened at the nightclub. So you see what happened was JD's a little lying bitch. He's a little lying motherfucker. He's making this up. And that's where we get back to RTX, baby. Because yeah, that's right. I wasn't
I'm
done.
back.
Oh.
Yeah, see, well, I mean, when I have to go do stuff, I like to do it quickly, on
did you-
time,
did you have
punctually, and
did you have
not
a
wait
stomach
3
ache?
months in
Did you
order
have-
to upload anything. So,
Did you have a stomach ache? Because I had a stomach ache, and that's
oh,
why
you
I
had
to
a
go real
stomach
quick.
ache, huh?
Yeah, I
You
had a
gonna
stomach.
cry?
My stomach hurt.
You gonna cry?
Yeah.
No, so we had this our old like area reserve. It's not in the corner. It was like in the
A little in the corner, a little reserved area, little rich boys.
it's near the middle of the place, like slightly off
Cute.
center to the place. But it was packed. Like I don't know if like I thought nightclubs and like movies were just like exaggerated with how like packed people were in the club. But it was packed. Like I'm talking like I don't know, like this room wasn't really big. The nightclub wasn't really big. And like if you wanted to move through the nightclub, you 100% like everything, every part of you rubs against another person as you're walking through this nightclub. And that was me. And you know how big I am, James.
Yeah,
like, of
you're
course I'm pretty
massive,
big.
You're hulking.
So of course I bump into people. But yeah, literally, like you have to move through this nightclub and you would have to touch everything. Pretty much. You touch everything, every part of you touches another person.
yeah,
Pretty much. And I know you would enjoy
I've been to
that.
conventions before. I understand.
It was way worse than that, James.
I'm not talking about when we've gone to conventions, JD.
Yeah.
I'm talking about solo experiences where I had like a cosplay on and I bumped into people because I wasn't aware.
Oh. Well, it's not just bumping into people.
Well, I
Like,
know.
have you been in a crowd? Have you like I've never, that was the closest I've gone to experiencing crowd crush, where it was like, the phenomenon of like people being so packed together that like it suffocates you.
Yeah, I've had that.
That was pretty close for me. Because
Well, I don't know,
I've never
JD.
been like that before.
I think I've had it pretty much worse. I think actually I've experienced worse than you.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, probably.
And how can I make this about me?
You reminded me of this meme I saw recently. That was like the title was like Twitter users when they hear about a bad situation, and it's the Breaking Bad scene where Walter White's walking around. He's like, "This is all about me."
It. I mean, it is, JD. This isn't actually your story of a nightclub. It's my story.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about this too. I
Shit.
foreshadowed this a little bit earlier. I teased it a little bit earlier, but so since we were in the nightclub just to celebrate my William's mother's birthday, we didn't really do anything, right? We just sat there and kind of just watched her dance around, and we drank.
You
some
didn't buy
stuff.
any drinks, any Crystal Head vodka shots?
Well, I don't drink, so I just drank
Yeah,
some
you
like
do, you
orange
drunkie.
juice. William does drink though, and I kept trying to get him to drink more just to see how fucked up he can get.
You're a terrible friend.
But he just kept refusing. So I was like, all right.
Understandable.
What are you talking about, Terrell? I'm just trying to be fun,
I don't drink.
I try to be
but I want to
fun.
make my friends drink as much as they can. I don't care what happens to them.
Hey, you know
I
what?
just want to know.
What?
I'm just curious.
William was trying to get me to drink too, like at all.
Yeah, JD, I have too.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it was just some funny banter back and forth. So, yeah, we were there just to celebrate the birthday, right? Not really for like nefarious reasons.
There for nefarious reasons. Gotcha.
But there was a moment when we were in the nightclub when like this
When you
woman
looked
came
William
up.
in the eyes and you said, "It's the implication."
So we were sitting on this couch and there's no back. Since we were in the, sort of like off center in the room, we weren't up against the wall. right? So there's like
Hmm.
a walkway behind where I'm sitting. And so this lady walks up behind me and she like gets my attention. And I had to like turn around when I was sitting on this couch. And she was like, hey, you guys got any room for a bunch of women who know how to show you a good time to go into that place? And I think I know why they asked us that. Or I guess asked me that. It was
Yeah, why is
because
that, JD?
everywhere was so jam packed that you couldn't really like, it was kind of uncomfortable to be anywhere except the VIP room like spots. And there was only like maybe six or seven people in this VIP spot
Hmm.
where we were. And so it was like kind of a bunch of empty space in front of us. Like a good like 6 by 6 foot square in front of us, just empty space. So I think they just wanted to come and like dance in that empty space. But I was like, I don't think I can give this girl the go ahead since this isn't my VIP spot. I'm just a guest. So I turn over to William, and I'm like, hey William, these girls over here want to dance in this spot. You want to let them do it? And he's like, no, just get them out of here. And I'm like, all right. So I turn around.
Just get him out of here, Jesus.
I turn around and I turn around and I act like the biggest asshole ever. I'm like, sorry, you can't go over here. That's too bad, you know. I mean, we're already reserved. And she's like fighting me on. She's like, it doesn't look that way to me. And I'm like, sorry, don't know what to tell you.
God, Jesus, JD.
So I think I checked off an achievement in my life of
Hey,
just be an asshole
JD,
to women.
JD, here, I'll give you a little thing to say for next time this ever happens,
Yeah.
okay?
Hmm.
Talk to William like you did before.
Yeah.
If William says no again, and it's a group of ladies that are like, "Hey, you
Well,
want
here's
some
the thing,
ladies
right?
to like?" No, no, wait.
Okay. I'll
You
let you
then
go.
turn to her, you smile, and instead of being an asshole, you just say, "Sorry, me and my boyfriend are trying to have a time alone. It's a very important night for us," and just leave it at that.
So I guess you could count. I could check that off my list as getting hit on, maybe. Although
Uh
maybe
huh.
it's also not
Sure.
for the right reason, you know. But anyway,
Yeah, JD.
I
Sure.
think as I was trying to say, it's kind of sus to
Sorry, I'm being
invite.
an asshole about it.
It's kind of sus to invite some girls, random strangers, to dance in this VIP space that in front of my friend's mother, who's there celebrating her birthday. So
Your friend's mother would
obviously,
have loved it, JD.
we were like, I was like, no. But the funny part about this is that William like absolutely refused to talk to these women directly and had just had me talk to them. And I had no problem talking to them. So, because, I know I probably won't ever see him again. I say that, and like the next time we go to a movie theater, we're sitting like right next to them. And she's like,
You know,
wait a minute, I know who
I
you are.
actually, I'm gonna be honest. I hate that mentality because I'll never see a person again, type of thing.
Yeah. Why do you
You
almost
don't
like
know
that?
that.
Why
You
don't
don't
you like
know
that
that though.
mentality? I
But
mean, you
you
don't
don't
know
know
it.
that. Also, it's
You
like
don't know it, but
it's like
the chances are really low.
it's the adult version of like fucking what is the thing that babies have? Fucking
Oh,
where they like forget something the moments out of their brain.
object
It's like
permanence or something,
yeah, object permanence. It's the adult version of object permanence.
but it's not
Like
object permanence.
it pretty much is though.
It's probability.
It's no, it's I will never see this person again, so I can do whatever I want in this moment and be done with it.
Well, how many times have you just met a random stranger that you've seen before again in your life?
Kind of often.
Is that because you don't go anywhere? Or?
No, it's because where I go are specific places.
Because for me, I mean, in my experience, it's been true. Like I don't see anyone ever again.
We're gonna at the comic shop.
Or
I've had too many times I've
either
had to
I
have a
just don't
conversation
remember
with
them.
Godzilla guy.
Or either I just don't remember if I did met them before, if it's been like a
Well,
while.
you see,
Because
that's my
unlike you,
curse.
James,
That's my curse,
I'm
JD.
not like
I'll always
constantly
remember.
scanning my peripherals for people that are like staring back at me, thinking that they're gonna remember every like weird thing that I do and think I'm a weirdo all the time.
Well, you see
I just don't have that mentality.
I don't care if that happens to me unless all of a sudden everybody turns and stares at me whenever I do things. Then I start to think that. And I also
Really.
start to think that when I stand in line and I look over and I see Michael Jones and Michael Jones keeps staring at me and then raises his eyebrows while he stares at me. I think that.
Yeah, okay, James. Okay. Cue the segment where I start making fun of your mental your
My
mental
mental what, JD?
what was it? I don't know how to say it. Your mental like the way you think, but it turns out you have a mental disability or something.
Ah, your ape list.
I am. What about it? Able-bodied
Ah,
people should be able to do whatever they want to do. And if you're not an able-bodied person, get wrecked. It's not my fault.
okay, ableist. Off topic, but kind of
Yeah.
speaking of ableism, people are on Instagram are losing their minds over fucking the Master Chief Collection putting out a banner for the Disability Awareness Month.
Is there a disability awareness month?
Every month has like 8 different like purposes for it. So yeah, it's a month for everything. It's currently that.
So disability month just every month?
No, no, it's this month, JD.
But you just said every month is there's like 8 different days
No,
for it.
yeah, there's like 8 different things for every month. Like how I meant like when it was Pride Month, it was also Men's Health Awareness Month and stuff.
Oh, right.
It's like one of those type things. But
I forgot about that. Yeah.
people are like losing their shit over the fact that it's Disability Awareness Month, and they're going rabid over it. And it feels so bizarre to me because it's like it's over a thing that like in Master Chief Collection with the banners, you don't even see them until the last second before the game starts because of how long it takes the profiles to load on the just like a lobby screen. And then
Yeah.
it's also you only see it at the end if you're part of the top 3 players and not anything else. But people are like they're like fucking foaming at the mouth. They're trying to make us celebrate anything. Anything is anything now. What about military month?
Wait.
There's no military month.
What specifically are they angry about?
I
Just
don't
having
know.
it in there, or
Just having it there.
how do you know
And
that they're just that they're just angry, and you know
I
that
know
they're
they're
angry at that, but you don't know
yes,
why.
because that's what they're saying.
That's what
They're
they're
like
saying.
they're taking like 20 different things and they're like trying to make it be about that. They're like saying it's oh, so they'll celebrate this, but during Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, they won't give us a men's mental health awareness little badge or something. And it's like what? It's like they won't give us a
Yeah,
Fourth
I
of
mean
July
that
thing.
makes no sense to me. Why would you ever celebrate? That's stupid. But the other thing is fine. I don't understand why they're angry at the disability thing.
Well, it's like they're trying to like focus on one thing to like be like uh put a thing out of, and then
I
it's
think they're
like
just being sore
clearly
losers.
they're
Man.
not like putting.
Like, yeah,
They're-
okay, mental weird. Okay, sure, dude.
Wow, JD.
Okay, disability is an actual thing. Okay,
Yeah, that was pretty fucked to do that voice, JD.
why? Huh?
Because you're making fun of people with Down syndrome.
Because no, I'm making fun of Men's Mental Awareness Month.
No.
Okay? Men's Mental Awareness Month is
No.
different from Down syndrome.
No.
Okay, James.
That's not what I said.
That's what you're implying.
It's not.
I was
The
making.
implication.
I said I
Because
was
of the implication, JD.
because of the implication.
Have you been watching that GIF play?
No, I don't. I don't know what you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Um, but yeah, no, it's like they're like being upset about it, and then they're like also trying to be like, why no Veterans Month? Why how come no Veterans Month? There isn't a veteran. Like they're trying to like have this whole fucking thing. It's what they do all the time during Pride as well. It's these same complaints that make no fucking sense.
It makes perfect sense to me. You know, if you're gonna celebrate one month, celebrate every month. You know.
They do.
Oh yeah, where's the mental?
Yes.
Where's the men's mental health badge then, huh?
I don't know. Is there even something to represent that?
No, there isn't, because it doesn't exist. Like I've been saying, James.
Yeah. Okay, Tate.
Actually, isn't that like the opposite of what Andrew Tate says? Isn't that one of the things that he says?
He like plays into the whole men's mental health thing.
Yeah, he
doesn't,
says
like,
it.
he tries to be like
So I'm like the
supportive of
opposite
it.
of Andrew Tate. He says, we gotta support me. I'm saying it doesn't exist. It doesn't matter. Who cares?
You're right. You're right. You are the opposite. I'm sorry.
There is no matrix. Okay.
You are the devil.
Men's mental health equals the matrix equals doesn't exist. You know, I'm just saying.
JD, can you tell me about the Matrix? Can you tell me who made it?
I can't tell you because it doesn't exist.
Can you tell me?
Oh yeah. Oh, let me tell you. Who invented men's mental health then, huh? Who invented that?
I don't fucking know, man.
That's right. Exactly.
I don't know. I think it's kind of always existed.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's kind of been something that's always been cognitively present and has never really been talked about. But then now that it is being talked about, it's being co-opted by fucking dickheads who want to make it into like a weaponized thing so they can play victims even though they've never been a victim their entire life. They've been
Oh
the
yeah,
victimizers.
James.
Anyways,
So have you heard someone talk about men's mental health in a, like a good-hearted fashion, huh? Have you heard about
yes,
that?
I have.
Oh
There
yeah,
are plenty of
where?
people that anywhere on the fucking internet. If you look for it, you'll find good people talking about it. Instead, you keep going to just dude bros like Andrew Tate and Aiden Ross who are doing it in bad faith and are just fucking manipulating you and other audience members and shit. But you're not trying to find anyone to actually help you. You're just trying to find guys to belittle women and say that's men's mental health, baby. It's fucking insane. So sorry, we're getting really off topic. Wait, what the fuck were we even talking about, man? How did
I
we
don't
get
know.
here? Oh wait, I said I have something off topic, and I was only going to talk about it a little bit, but then we went on a fucking tangent.
I don't know. Oh, there's some other stuff that you wanted to talk about, right?
With
Before we end.
RTX, I just wanted to talk about one thing. I was really worried I was going to get sick on my way home because this fucking cowboy that sat next to me while I was waiting for my plane.
Yeah.
This dude, like, I'm gonna be honest, my entire time at the convention, I didn't feel anger until the moment I was getting back onto the plane and this guy sat next to me.
That's surprising. I thought you'd
Like,
feel like all kinds of like sadness and tribulations.
well,
Like all
yeah,
the
I
other
had
times you've been to
sadness,
conventions.
I had sadness for like missing out and stuff, for like moments that I kind of didn't treasure it, like them being there until they were gone. I had sadness. I didn't have anger.
Oh, you weren't
Something
angry?
I'm very known for is like being like angry on this channel and stuff.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't have any of
You're like
that
the most
this
unhinged
entire
person on
this
this
entire
channel.
time. I was like in a moment of just actual bliss, like a moment of just being happy. And then I'm waiting to get on the plane. I'm not angry still. And this guy sits next to me. I'm not angry he sits next to me. I'm angry that the first fucking thing I hear come from this guy is a cough. There were plenty of open seats, by the way, and he chose to sit directly next to me. We're waiting for the plane. We're not on it yet, so we're in like the
Oh,
little
you're just
area
waiting.
sitting down. I got there very early. I'd been
Yeah.
alone for a while. Only like two other people showed up before them. They sat down right next to me on my arm, basically.
Yeah.
And this guy, he coughs. He coughs in my direction and doesn't cover his mouth.
I mean, can't you just get up and move? Or
Why the fuck? No, this is what I hate. Why should I ever have to get up? Why can't
I
they
don't
just
know
not
because
sit right next to me?
I mean,
How about
you
this?
know, things
How about
just
they
happened.
cognitively? How about they look at the situation, see all these open seats, and not sit in the one where there's only one person? It's like an empty parking lot. Why would you go park next to a person in an empty parking lot? That's
I mean,
fucking
yeah,
weird.
you're right, but he did, and
He
now
did,
there's only
and
one
I
thing
hate him
left in
for
your
it.
control.
And then he kept coughing in my face, and then it filled up right as he started coughing, so I didn't have anywhere else I could have gone. And the entire time, I'm telling this guy, I'm like, hey, can you stop like coughing on me? He doesn't stop, keeps going, and then this family sits down. They got like a kid with them next to me. They aren't bothering me. I have no problems with them, and that's what I'm like so thankful of. And it was a big family, and I was like so thankful they weren't bothering me.
Yeah,
They have like a kid who's crying because they're like literally a fucking infant.
yeah.
And the guy next to me is just making all these fucking horrible comments about this kid. Like,
Oh, you
there's
mean
my
the
fucking
coughing
kid
guy?
out. Yeah. And he's like making all these fucking comments to his wife, who's like been with him this whole time. And she's like going, oh,
Oh,
stop it, Earl. Stop it. And
were
I'm
they
fucking
the
here.
southern? Did they actually have the southern accents?
They were wearing cowboy hats, JD. This guy, look, I hate him. I
What?
viscerally hate him.
No, there's
And I
no way
felt
these
so
walking
happy.
stereotypes sat down next to
He
you.
is. They did. They did. I like. So I haven't told you about this. I'm gonna pull up
Yeah.
my camera so you can see me scroll through this. I
Okay.
have a lot of notes I made for RTX. Ignore the Alex Jones in the background. That's from Pizzagate, and I forgot to change it.
Okay.
Let me turn on my normal camera real quick.
Hmm.
But like, I have a lot of notes I made for RTX in general.
Hmm.
Uh, I fucking open it. Here we go. So, at my camera, I'm just gonna start scrolling through.
Well, that's a lot of notes.
This is all stuff I have to do voiceover for.
Oh, okay.
And at the end, all I did was just fucking keep shitting on this cowboy guy. I was like
You like
fucking elated.
three
I was so
paragraphs of
angry.
this cowboy guy.
Yeah, it's just there's so much at the end where I'm just like angry fucking at him. And like and here's my moment of like fucking vindication and like
Uh-huh.
happiness is when they're like, okay, we'll be boarding large families, or not like large families. We'll be boarding anybody with like young children, disabled people, members of military and stuff.
First.
And that's yes, or people that need
Why should
assistance. And they're
they
like,
get good treatment, huh? You know what I'm talking about, James? Put them up there.
yeah, man. It's not like they have life rough or anything.
That sucks, dude. Not my fault.
Cowboy though. And I'm like, it's this moment of happiness where like, not happiness yet, but it's like I'm still angry at this guy. I had to stop. I was drawing in my fucking notebook because I was just bypassing the time. I had to stop because this guy was like making me angry and I couldn't like focus anymore.
Wait, so this was like a moment of like actual anger?
It was very actual anger because I hate when people cough, and he's again coughing on me in my
Dude,
face.
next time I'm sitting next to you when we're doing a live cut, I just like look at you, cough right into your face.
But here's the thing, JD. I know you're not probably sick. This looks like an anti-vax motherfucker.
Well, he probably
I know
is.
this.
He sounds like
I know this. He looks like it. He sounds like it.
And also, I won't
Fucking-
actually cough in your face. That's just a hypothetical.
You fucking do it, I'll kill you. And I mean it. But no, it's just like so rude, and he's just like shitting on this child where he's like making like these fucking horrible remarks and about the family. And it's like I'm just like getting so angry, and he stands up when they call for these people to come up. This guy's not disabled. They don't. It's this guy and his wife. So they don't have any children. And I know for a fact this motherfucker isn't fit for the military. I'm looking at him. And I watched them walk up and get in line, and I'm just sitting there silently waiting to hear the words, sorry,
Sorry,
you're
you
not
cannot-
part of this boarding party yet.
Sorry, you can't board right now, sir.
Yes, I'm waiting for it. And I hear it, and it's like fucking fireworks are going off. Like I'm feeling joy at the sight of this person fucking facing like repercussion for being like an asshole.
I feel sorry for his wife who has to deal with that.
I don't. She was also an asshole. Fuck her. Oh, stop it, Earl. Stop it. You're fucking letting him. You're encouraging this shit. Quit it. You're
I
not
like how
doing
he's
anything
shitting
to
on
actively
this
stop this
kid,
guy
but
from
he
being terrible.
acts like a kid by coughing in other people's face without covering. That's the thing that a kid would do because they just don't know any better. But this guy does. He's an adult.
A fucking picture of the thing coughing, and it's like kids when they cough. It's like the cross-eyed fucking. But yeah, no, it's like they're like told off by the like boarding people. They're like, we didn't call you to come up. Can you please like stand to the side and let the people that are actually supposed to board? And then it's like they're like boarding like zone 1, which is then just like the people that are sitting in the front. I'm one of them. And I get up and I fucking stroll past them with the biggest shit-eating grin on my face.
Wow.
I fucking like watching because I'm like, yeah, you were in zone 1, were you, bitch? Fucking scan my ticket, go put my shit up, take a seat, and I watch that door. I watch and I wait.
Man, you know,
You were the last people to fucking board.
I was having this conversation with William just the other day when I was helping him move, where I was talking to him like, man, all of my friends, they're all so petty. Like they'll just do stuff for just out of spite and stuff. And I'm like,
I don't think I'm petty though, am I?
I think you're petty in certain places.
Yeah, I don't think like in general I'm petty. I think in like this
No,
situation
but you
where
can
I'm
do
watching
things
people
that
be
are petty.
horrible.
You do things that are petty, but not like all the
what?
time.
Wait, hold on, like what though?
Anyway,
No, I
so
genuinely want to know. Wait, what?
I mean, you generally want to know, but I'm being petty right now by not telling you where you think.
I think my friends are petty, and so am I.
I never said I wasn't, James.
I am no Jedi.
There's a reason why all my friends are petty, you know? You make friends with people that you have interest, like the same common interests in.
When I look in their eyes.
No, but yeah, that sounds pretty funny. I mean, that's just karma, right? The whole if you're an asshole to everybody, you're gonna get treated like you're an asshole.
Yeah, it was very nice to see, honestly. I just sat there, watched, and when I saw they were the last people on the board, like I internally was like, yes, yes.
Just seething, you know?
Yeah, watching that door fucking waiting like a hawk for their prey to die.
When they gotta stand in front of the class, embarrassed that they did something wrong. And just
Oh,
watch all of their classmates get the pizza slices before they can get the pizza at the pizza party.
oh. Speaking of pizza, I had an experience at RTX with pizza.
Oh yeah, you did tell me about that.
So they have a specific pizza in Austin that I really like. Home slice.
Austin pizza.
Yeah, but they didn't have it on the app I was trying to get delivered from, and I don't have any other apps, and I just didn't want to set something up.
Mhm.
So I decided to try and order from another place that's also really good called Southside. The location I ordered from last year was closed,
Ooh.
but there's a new location, and it's on the street I'm on.
Mm.
And I'm like, fuck yeah, it'll be like zero delivery time, basically. I'll have a good pizza that I really love, and I'll just
Yeah.
be able to enjoy the rest of this night. I feel worn out. I don't want to go anywhere. I'll just go down to the lobby, get it, come back to my room, lay back, watch Speed Racer, and drift off.
Watch Speed Racer drift off while eating pizza.
Such is the life of a king. But I like the moment I put in my order and everything. I ordered one like a kind of small, not like smallish pizza. It was like the smallest I could go was 12 inches. So
Yeah.
I was like, I'll have some tonight. I'll have some tomorrow in the morning for like breakfast. That way, I don't gotta like worry about eating in the morning and running out of energy. I was like, it'll be good. I know they're big pizzas, so it'll be fine. I'll be able to like make this kind of last. You know? Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I'm just allergic to pizzas.
Yeah, it's because you're a bitch. So it was really like I'm like looking forward to it. I'm remembering how it tasted last year. I'm like all excited, and I go and I'm like in the checkout, and it's like, sorry, we're not delivering right now. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, we're not delivering right now. We only deliver at these specific times. I was in that specific time still. I had 3 hours left.
Oh.
But they weren't delivering. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'll get something else. I didn't get it, and I was like super bummed. So the next day, so this was on the day I arrived, and I was very tired because it was so late at night and stuff. And then the next day,
Were
I'm
they
like, I'm gonna
closed
do
or
it
something?
again.
You couldn't just walk down the street to get it, or?
Well, I was just tired, so I was like, I don't want to go out. It was like
So you're
last
just
year.
weak.
I went out to the bars on 6th Street, which is just 2 streets away from the convention, like where I was staying and stuff.
Mhm.
But I was like so fucking tired from the convention, and just walking around, I was like, nothing. I don't want to go to these places because they're just like crawling with people at this time. So it's like I don't want to go these places. I just want to be like left alone and eat my fucking shit alone. But I was like, I'll just get it next time. I'll order earlier. I try ordering earlier. I can't because it comes up the same thing. And what I realized is that the location, it's inside the convention center because they have a Southside pizza stand in the convention center.
Oh.
So at no point were they ever actually going to deliver a pizza. So I don't know why it shows it on the app if it never
Cool.
actually delivers. So I got a slice from that booth. It was good.
Oh, that's nice.
It wasn't the same kind though. It was a normal cheese, so the crust was smaller and stuff. And then the second time I got it, it was like an older slice. Like it wasn't like a newly out of the oven one like I had the previous day. So it was like it tasted a bit different. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what you deserve though,
Yeah,
Old
because I'm a
pizza
horrible
slices.
monster who hated cowboys.
Yeah, I mean you're a cowboy hater, and you're a liberal. I mean it's just like the worst
I'm
combination.
not a
right there.
liberal though.
You're right, a libtard. My bad.
Thank you.
Finally,
so-
someone who.
Someone who understands. So I know I've kind of co-opted this episode, but is there anything you want to talk about other than the nightclub thing?
Nope, that was the only thing I had in my agenda.
Your agenda? What are you, a liberal?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Oh, okay.
Tell me you're liberal without telling me you're liberal.
Agenda. Oh.
I had that on my agenda. Thank you for listening, and if you enjoyed,
No,
you
I
should
got more,
like
I got more.
and subscribe. Well, that's too
I got
bad.
more.
You can tell about it next time.
No,
Because,
I don't want to talk about it next time. It's relevant right now.
Oh, what is it then, James? What is
It's the writer strike.
We already talked about the writer's strike, James.
Yeah, but it's evolved, JD.
Oh yeah, what has it evolved into?
The actors are striking now.
So just replace it with AI.
That's
Thank
not
you
how it
for
works.
joining in.
No, 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 no. I'm taking the headphones off.
Like you take your headphones off, stopping somehow stops the outro from going out.
It does. You hear how it stopped? But
You're
yeah,
right.
the writer strike has evolved. Now the actors are
So
also
now it's an
striking.
actor writer strike.
What?
It's an actor writer strike.
Well, it's still like mainly a writer strike, but it's also coming to the actors because it's also similarly a problem with the actors of like AI generated shit and whatnot. But it's also, again, it's not just the AI stuff. It's they want actual better pay. They want to see residuals for the products that they're making and not just like the little crumbs that the studios throw them.
Oh, okay.
Can't just say okay like it's not actually a shitty situation. Uh, Bob
Okay.
Bob Iger of Disney fucking made a
Just
terrible
like bleed them
statement.
out, man. I mean, they can't be striking forever, right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Bob Iger of Disney made a terrible
Is that what he
statement
said?
where he was like, "We'll literally wait him out." It was so horrible
Oh,
the way he
Jesus
said it. He
Christ.
sounds like a fucking villain, dude. He was like, "We'll wait him out.
I
they'll
mean,
need
that's
their
just a
job back
reasonable. That's just a
eventually."
reasonable conclusion to come to. You know, instead of hey, maybe we should actually pay these guys a good amount for the
It would
work that
literally
that
cost
is
them really
pretty
nothing to
important to
do it.
this industry. Fuck them. You know, just
It really
we'll
would
bleed
cost
them
them
dry.
nothing. Yeah, that's what they're like. They're like, how selfish and horrible are these writers being?
The writer's strike is like, let us see, let us see. The Bob Iger's like, dry up, dry up.
Bob Iger's like, you've already eaten, and I've barely had anything.
Now I'm good. Now Bob Iger's like, I now I'm gonna starve.
No, that's literally what he's doing. He's like trying to paint the writers as villains now. He's like saying like how greedy and horrible of them to do this. And he's
I
like,
mean, you know, they're all villains. You know, I mean, the
they
writers have
aren't though.
offended me with the with you talking about Riverdale and whatever. That offended me.
Not okay, JD, not all writers are Riverdale.
Not
I know
all. You're telling. Wait, whoa, hold on. You're telling me that not all writers are the writers
I
of
know this may
Riverdale?
survive. I know this may surprise you.
That's
But
impossible.
JD, they're not all that bad.
That's impossible. I refuse to accept this mission because you can't do it. It's impossible. Said Bob Iger
This
to the
mission,
writer.
this mission, if you choose to accept it, I do not.
I refuse.
No, no, no.
No, 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 no.
In
It's
a
like the
kind of
writer.
shitty.
The writer comes in. It's that opening scene and Dead Reckoning. The writer comes in and he's like, "Hello, anyone in here?"
Dude, that's such a
And
weird
then
scene.
Bob Iger is like, you got to tell me the passcode first. And the writer's like, oh, okay, this. And he's just like, no, I refuse the mission. See ya. Bye.
Yeah, you gotta tell me the passcode first. Oh, okay. It's
They
this.
make all this small talk, and then
No.
at the end, he just flat out denies him, calls him a bitch, and lets him leave.
But it's a situation that's kind of shitty because it's also a lot of movies are coming out like right now and they're big movies like Oppenheimer, Barbie, Mission Impossible.
You're right,
Uh
actually. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of stuff's coming out like right now. The new Team and Team movie's gonna be coming out in like a month.
There was that one
Uh
movie you want to watch too, like the Jesus is coming back, like Jesus Redemption movie or something.
the so that's also something I do really want to talk about. I don't want us to not like talk about it this episode because I'm gonna forget about it. But scabs. I put that in the little note of things to talk about. Do you
Oh
know what a
yeah.
scab is in this situation?
Oh no, I know what the regular scab is, but
Yeah.
not this one.
It's kind of you can equate a normal physical sort of scab to the situation. And
Okay.
a little annoying piece of shit.
Like something that's necessary for healing and
No, more like it's
regeneration,
annoying that it's there and it's not actually
or like it's ugly and you don't like it being there and you
Mhm.
wish it was never there in the first place.
So scabs are currently a thing that's being talked about in the whole SAG-AFTRA and Writers Guild of America, which are the names of the acting guild and the writing guild. Or
Guilds,
SAG-AFTRA is the actors and the Writers Guild is the writers, of course.
right?
Also, UPS is going on strike completely separately, but also that is huge. That's
What?
happening. Sorry, that's also something that's happening. That's huge, and it's completely separate. But they're like, hell yeah, solidarity together, brothers.
Why is UPS going on strike? To strike their
Fuck.
terrible delivery methods?
No, to strike their fucking terrible fucking probably situation, dude. I'm gonna just say this, knowing how those fucking places work. Amazon has to go on strike, which actually they were, and then they're
Yeah,
also
they
being
did.
like dissuaded because they have like people at the fucking facilities now that quell any fucking talk of like unionizing.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
mean, it's
fucking
just.
it's
I
literally
mean, we live in a
fucking
society, James.
what
We live in a society.
we do. Um, and Scabs. So getting back to it, sorry, I was getting off topic because of the whole UPS leak, but Scabs, because the actors aren't promoting these movies at the moment, they are turning to like as another way of not only like trying to hire out people to write during this time, but also ways to promote these movies and whatnot, having content creators like TikTokers and whatnot going to them to these like
Whoa.
oh, I thought you were gonna say something. You're just saying oh.
No, I said whoa.
Oh whoa. I was like, oh, he's got sign. Uh, but yeah, they're having content creators going to these like events to help promote them because the actors in solidarity have walked out and are not going to be showing up to like the showings and whatnot or
Hmm.
doing any press tours until this is resolved.
It'd
Uh,
be funny if that actually works like way better than the.
it's
Uh,
going to
I'm gonna
because
assume
now
that it
that the
will.
writer, yes, now that the writers are in solidarity, there's 100% chance this is going to work. There, in no way is this going to end up fucking up now. Because like that, you can make the excuse that you can make something without the writers. You can't make anything without these SAG after actors though. With how many of them are in this stuff, you cannot make this. It is delaying major movies from being finished made.
It's
It is
simple. You
delaying
just
any
hire
talk.
content creators as actors, and then
That's
then we'll
that's what's
see.
going to happen. That's what's going to happen,
We'll
and
see
that's scabbing.
Markiplier in every single movie, and then we'll
Well, hey,
see
hold on.
Captain
Markiplier
Sparkles, and
finished his movie.
yeah, he's in the middle of making his own movies. So
He finished filming it, so
oh
he's
yeah,
good.
finished it.
Everything he's got to do, he's good with now.
Yeah,
But
world record for blood or whatever.
yeah. What is this movie? Iron Lung.
Yeah,
Uh, the aka the submersible movie.
a movie based on the indie game that he played.
Yeah, the Titanic incident, right?
Ocean Gate. Yeah.
Ocean Gate. Yeah. uh, uh, it's a big thing where content creators are now going on TikTok and shit and like defending their lives. They're like defending their actions of like going and scabbing. And
Yeah.
scabbing is looked at very poorly by anybody in the industry and for fair reasons
Oh, I
because it
see.
is undermining the whole purpose of a strike is scabbing.
I mean, hey, that's just how the cookie crumbles,
It's not though.
right, Baxter?
What? Hey, Jay,
Right,
who are you
Baxter?
talking to?
That's how the cookie crumbles.
What are you saying? Wait, hold on.
That's
I feel
exactly
like
what I'm saying. There's nothing. Well, there's nothing else to it.
he kept saying right Baxter, and I feel like I'm supposed to understand it, but I don't.
I just said that's how the cookie crumbles.
Then you said right Baxter.
Yeah, right, Baxter.
What are you saying? So
Anyway, so scabbing thing. I mean, hey, the content creators are profiting off of it, and
yeah, but that's the
sure.
problem. That's the entire problem is that they are undermining the whole fucking thing.
Yeah,
The whole
they
reason
are.
to strike. And it's just the whole thing in their contracts with not their contracts, but also people are being like, "Oh, because we're not part of the union, we're not actually scabbing." And like it's the most insane thing to hear
Well,
that
I mean,
because
I don't think you
that's
should
that's
justify it
literally
that
what
way.
it is. That's what that
I was about to
is.
say, if it was you, you probably just be like, they offered me a really large sum of money, and I just couldn't say no. I like the money.
I would say no. As much as I want to be a writer and get my shit made, I would say no because fucking like if I do
Yeah.
this and then once the strike's over, there's no fucking chance for me after that. I have nothing I can do. All the people I fucking undercut, fucking backstabbed and shit by doing this. That's like the whole thing of like if you actually want to do anything, don't scab. You're
Well, that's
gonna
why the
fuck
content
yourself over.
creators just did it. They're just not.
Yeah,
They're never
because
gonna
they
get
have
in.
no actual connections and they're just
Nope.
fucking little fucking money hungry, little grubby little pieces of shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about you, straw hat, goofy, you fucking loser.
What?
It's a TikToker. We've also seen him at the theater in those ads
Oh,
where they have like the cut. He's been one of them.
really? He's one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he would be. I was like, are like the 2 or 3 TikToks we've seen in the movie
He's not the
ads?
guy with the big hands. That's a
Okay,
different guy.
I was about to
That's
say
Matt.
like,
That's Matt Ramos. I don't know what he's up to. I blocked him, but
what?
I can't stand them because they're also very problematic assholes in general. But also like
I feel like the
Straw Hat
only
Goofy has
time you ever talk to me about content creators is them being problematic and assholes.
because they are. But dude, Straw Hat Goofy's made like 7 videos talking about it, and he's like, "I'm not a scabber. I'm not scabbing. I'm doing a good thing by making this, by doing this." He's like going insane, and everybody's
All of
like,
these are going to
"You."
go to charity, okay?
He's like, he's going insane, and he's like, "I've got to make my livelihood," and everyone's like, "This isn't your livelihood. What are you talking
It's
about?"
just illusions, man. I told you. It's just illusions.
And it's just insane.
Hey, man, if
It's
you're scabbing, you're just scabbing.
no. No, no.
Yeah, like my favorite, like Scabman Johnson, he did it too.
It's you. How dare you sully his name?
That's my favorite thing. I realize what that bit is from, where you just like get the name wrong or like get a phrase wrong. It's from Zoolander.
Is it?
Yeah, the main bit in Zoolander is Derek just getting a phrase wrong or like saying things wrong.
Oh,
That's his main bit. Scabman Johnson.
But yeah, no, Straw Hat's basically become like the #1 person getting fucking clowned on because he made a skit.
Yeah.
The first thing he did was he made a skit where it's like a little solemn video where there's one of him sitting down at a table and one of them walks in and the like a little conversation starts up and he, like the other guy's like, "But if you cross that line, then you're scabbing." He's like, "Actually, I'm not scabbing." Look into camera. It's like,
Dude, he said it. He's not scabbing, so he's not scabbing. He literally says it.
It's as tone deaf as the Jake Novak guy who's like, "I'm gonna be the next SNL cast member" when he made his fucking gun violence video. Children dying in the schools. He like hits a high note.
What?
I haven't talked about this with you, but
no. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, there's so much stuff I wanted to talk about you with that we have not discussed. But there's this guy,
no
Jake
time.
Novak, who made like a video which is so like corny, it's so like goofy, where he's like, "I want to be the next SNL cast member," and then he makes this very long rap and song about wanting to be on SNL because they were looking for new cast members and stuff. And it's so like goofy. And then like people looked into his account and they're like, "Why did you make a rap about a school shooting and then like fucking put a bunch of soul into the song?"
Well, it's just sometimes the best songs come from traumatic experiences, I guess.
He didn't have the traumatic experience though.
From other people's traumatic experience, I guess.
It's
totally not tone deaf. Subtlety? What's that?
He got clowned off the internet for this, and then people found him at Disneyland as one of the actors. And like, there's so many videos where somebody's just filming him, and he'll be like doing a little song and dance, and he'll just see him like then turn and stare at the person recording, just dead-eyed. It's so
That's pretty
scary.
funny.
It's so scary. I love it.
All right, James. Then one last question for you.
Okay.
If you let's say hypothetically, you were offered to scab, and you would be a writer while you were scabbing. Would you take that deal for a lot of money over never being a writer again?
How much money? What studio? And what am I writing?
I'll leave that up to you. Let's just say it's like your perfect dream job, but you have to scab it. But you have to scab it.
I can make 4 seasons of Hunt Down the Freeman, the show.
Whatever your dream writing job is, whatever your dream writing job is,
$5,
you can get it temporarily, but you have to scab it. Would you take it?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't, because that's just fucking. Genuinely,
weak,
if
James.
you scab,
I think
you
you're
are
just weak.
actually terrible. No, you're weak if you scab. That's actually being weak. The opposite of being weak is not scabbing. That's the whole point.
Yeah, okay, James. Say that to me after I've finished scabbing this one role I was offered. So
yeah, what are you doing?
I'm the new extra hire for the newest season of Riverdale.
There's not a new season. It's the final season.
That's what they let you think. But actually,
Yeah.
it was
Sorry, you're
renewed
right.
for 4 more seasons.
One of the commentary channels I watch is watching the first episode and the last episode of every season of Riverdale,
Yeah.
and I can't wait because they're like, I can't wait to see how like completely juxtapose the events at the beginning of a season and at the end are.
It's like a completely different show.
It's so insane because I was like, I know the first season. The first season is pretty grounded. It gets wild. So much happens.
All right then, James. If you enjoyed, you should like,
Oh shit! Wait, no, we forgot to talk about the movie.
subscribe.
No, wait, no, hold on.
What
Hold on.
movie? The Jesus movie.
The Jesus child trafficking movie that we saw the trailer for at the
That was
theater.
a child trafficking movie.
Yes, Sound of Freedom. And it's all of the conservatives and right wingers on social media are going on tangents. They're like, we're being silenced. They're trying to make us not see this movie. They're trying to hide it as much as they can. We saw a trailer for it in the theater.
We did see a
before
trailer
Mission
for it.
Impossible.
But then I think we've only seen like one trailer of it.
Because
And then
we've
they,
only
like,
gone to the
removed it.
theaters once and you don't watch media, but I constantly see the trailer for this. I am constantly seeing people talk about this. This movie isn't being silenced. And even more so, JD, I literally looked at it when I was looking at movie showtimes for us.
I mean,
When I was like, hey, do you want to go see a movie? I was looking at movies to go see. And I realized something.
yeah,
Indiana Jones and Insidious, two very big franchises.
yeah.
Look at how many time slots do you see throughout the day for them?
I don't know. Like Indiana is 8, and then Insidious is 7.
And these are big. These
Yeah,
are
these
the
are-
final movie of
these are
their
pretty big
franchises and
movies, yeah.
whatnot.
And
And
budget Hollywood movies. Yeah.
super high budget. They got a bunch of like media for them and whatnot. And these are
Yeah.
very important like things. Now, Sound of Freedom has 9 slots
Yeah.
and it's being shown more than either of these.
I'm going to assume that that's just coincidence because
No, it's
from how
not.
I know
It's-
how movie theaters worked from the time I was working there, is that
Mm-hmm.
it probably has like it probably has one theater all to itself, and I'm going to assume that the movie isn't very long, so you could slot
It's
more
2 hours and
times
15
into
minutes.
it. 2 hours
Longer
and
than the
15.
newest Insidious movie.
Yeah, it probably has its own theater, just to watch it in. Yeah, I mean, in my experience, I feel like it's been silenced. I've only seen it once, and that was the trailer that we were in that movie for. I mean, you know,
Your audio just sped up a ton and you cut out for a second. But
I was just saying, yeah, I agree that
it's
it's
totally being silenced.
I agree that it's being silenced because I've only heard about it once. And it's the only I don't think you've ever talked about it since we've seen that
didn't.
first trailer.
I didn't because I also hadn't gone to the movies a
Because
lot.
you were helping to silence it. Yeah, I understand.
I also hadn't gone to the movies a lot, but I had seen ads for this, and I just didn't think to talk about it because I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
And then I saw the trailer for it, and I'm like, that looked familiar. And I realized it's because I keep seeing people fucking talk about it before I was even aware what the movie was. I just kept seeing people say, you need to see this movie. Oh my God, you need to see this movie. It's so good. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's a good movie. I wasn't aware of anything. I saw the trailer at the theater. I'm like, oh, hey, look, it's the trailer. We're seeing it before Mission Impossible. I'm like, oh, I guess it must be a good movie. It's pretty popular, I guess. And then after that, all I've seen is people talking about how silenced it is, yet I keep seeing more and more evidence for how unsilenced it is.
Wait, so how do you know it's about the child trafficking thing?
Because people have like done reviews on it and they talked about the plot of it.
Okay.
It's about child trafficking. And people are
Okay.
saying that's the reason it's being silenced. It's because they're not trying to make you look at it. It's like it's the secret truth. And even the filmmakers are like, you guys are insane. No one is trying to
The
hide this movie
filmmakers are
from
like,
you.
we've made a horrible mistake.
I'm sorry we made this. We didn't realize who the audience would be.
But like crazy, like what was it, conspiracy theorists?
Yeah, it's dude. Like people are trying so hard to say what's like stopping them from seeing the movie. They're like, we went to the movie theater, and when we got there,
Yeah.
the AC wasn't on in that theater.
It's a sign.
It's like what?
You should
Like,
you should just make a couple TikToks like playing into it where you're
I
like,
should.
guys, if you think Sound of Freedom is not being silenced right now, listen to this. Okay. When I walked into the theater, it said on the board that Sound of Freedom was playing at 9:50. But when I walked in there, I didn't see it.
Audio for it.
I didn't see it at all. It wasn't being played.
It wasn't being played. Now, granted, I walked in there at 10 o'clock.
Now, don't tell anyone else about this. But when I walked into one of the showings for Sound of Freedom, I looked into the theater. You know what I saw? Children being trafficked. Just like started making TikToks like that, like completely stupid, like fake stories.
The movie I saw was Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Did you know that you can't buy tickets to Sound of Freedom anymore?
People are fucking insane, man. But I'm gonna need you to record like a special little like audio clip so I can play it in the background. I'm gonna be like, you won't believe this audio that I found from a representative of the movie theaters of AMC, and it'll play. It'll just be you. I don't want to see that child trafficking movie, Sound of Freedom. They're exposing what we're doing. You wouldn't
believe the secret audio that got leaked from the manager of the theater. Hey, you know that Sound of Freedom movie?
They're catching on. They're finding out what we're doing. They're finding out the truth.
Can you figure out who recorded? Can you figure out who recorded our underground facility in the middle of our goddamn workplace?
Cut the movie short. Start playing it before it's showtime. Shin Kamen Rider.
You just cut that audio clip of William have to be like, Michael, don't leave me here.
Audio of one of the directors.
Actual audio from the outside the movie theater of Sound of Freedom playing.
Dude, it's literally the fucking submarine.
It's like a TikTok. Submarine. It's a TikTok of you like outside, like right outside the door, and you're like leaning in with like your ear trying to listen in, and it's just Michael, don't leave me.
I'll use the TikTok text to speech, and then I'll play like an eerie noise in the background. It'll be like, and it'll be like
you play the FNAF ambience.
Yeah, and it'll be like, you won't believe what I heard from inside a theater playing Sound of Freedom. Michael. These are good. I'm gonna actually.
If you enjoyed, you should like, subscribe, and you can catch us every Sunday. But that's only if you subscribe.
Only
because I guess you could do it without being subscribed, but you won't really be notified unless you also hit the bell icon and you're subscribed. But that'll be it from us. Tune in next time, next Sunday. James,
you review Sound of Freedom.
Bring us out. If we hit 200 subscribers, review Sound of Freedom.
So bring us out. So I'm thinking of us doing a transfer.